Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're cooking again with Thermomix, and what we're going to do today is a seafood risotto. Now the seafood risotto is a very difficult task to carry out. Normally with a frying pan you have to keep adding a constant amount of liquid, and if you don't get the liquids right, the risotto rice can dry out, it ends up burnt and tasteless. Now the reason we're doing a seafood risotto is last year my son and I drove to Italy, and there's a bit of a story behind why we're going to do this. We drove over there to see our beloved Ferrari. We went to Monza, we went and saw Charles Leclerc win, and we drove over there in our little Abarth 595, and it's a memory I will treasure for the rest of my life. While we were there, we went to Venice. And there's a couple of islands off of Venice, I don't know if you're aware of. One is called Murano, where they make all the glass, and the other is Burano, which is an island full of brightly covered beautiful houses. And on these houses there are restaurants. There are restaurants galore, and one of them is called Al Gatto Nero. It's a world famous Michelin star restaurant. Now we followed the trail of Fred Schirek and Angela Hartnett. They went to this restaurant. Reputedly, this is the best risotto in the world. It costs 25 euros a plate, so it should be good. We decided we'd go there and we'd try it. So anyway, my attempt is going to be to get somewhere near this risotto. This is a Michelin star restaurant. I'm a cook from East London. Judge for yourself, but I'm going to do a really good job of it. We've cooked it many times and we've really enjoyed the end result, and it tastes fantastic. Obviously you've got to get a Thermomix yourself to try it, and once you do you will love it and you want to make it over and over again. Your friends will love it, and you can even open up a little restaurant. I'm sure they'd all love it too. So first of all, we'll go to our screen and push start cooking. And the first thing it's going to ask us to do is to add some parsley. Now this parsley we add in and then take it out again. This is a garnish. So we put it in now, we chop it up, and then we take it away. So I've put most of the parsley in there. We'll keep a little bit for reserve later on. Okay, so lid goes on, follow what it says on the directions, push next, and then it just does it for you. The cup is inserted into the top, that's the measuring cup, that's the lid. Push next, and it's asking 5 seconds, no temperature, and we move it until this goes around to that mark there. You can just about see that. So we'll turn that round, and that's then chopping it for us. And this chops a lot quicker than you can with that. Okay, then it says push next. We'll open up the bowl and I'll just show you in there all that wonderful chopped parsley, and we hardly had to do anything. So what we do now, get our spatula, put it into a bowl, and then we'll reserve that and put it to one side. You wouldn't think that you could get so much parsley out of 25 grams. There you are, so that's that done. Right, put that to one side. Right, now our next process. Push the button, 2 garlic cloves. We don't need to clean this out. We're not going to bang on here either. So we get our 2 garlic cloves, and then we will put that back into the machine. And here's our garlic cloves in there. That's done. Next item is insert measuring cup, which, as we know, that's the measuring cup there. Put the lid back on, push the next button. That's asking us 5 seconds, no temperature again, and then we go round to that mark over there. 3, 2, 1, done. So quick. Next, okay, 150 grams of onions. We've already measured out our onions. We take the lid off, and as you notice, when I've taken the lid off, it's altered the tare, which is the 0 weight. So we push that and then we'll put in our onions. 150 grams. Okay, 153, we're not going to argue about that. And next, 25 grams of olive oil. Using a really nice olive oil here from Greece. 25 grams of olive oil. 5, 18, there we are. Okay, that's it, a little bit over. And next, insert measuring cup, which is that. Put the lid back on, push next, 4 seconds, no temperature, round to the mark there. That's our cooking for. Only takes 2 seconds. Next, right, scrape down the sides of the bowl with the spatula. Right, we'll take our bowl off and, like it says, we'll scrape down the sides, put our lid back on the top there, and it's asking us just to mix it up again. Because we've scraped it down, we need to just get these things together. 4 seconds, and it's going to heat it to 120 degrees. And we don't turn it very much here, it just goes on to that number 1. And now that's going to take 3 minutes, heat it all up, mix it together. Okay, there we are, we're coming to the end of this process. Just a few more seconds to go, and that's the next part of it done. Okay, what we do now, push next and wait for our instructions. I like this bit, 200 grams of dry white wine. This is where I get to taste whether the wine's any good or not. I think it's alright. That's definitely good. We'll keep that over there for later. Right, we're now going to add in our 200 grams. We'll push the tare button, and so that it gets that down to 0, and then we'll put in 200 grams of good quality white wine. There we are. I don't mind it going a little bit over because I like the risotto to be a little bit runny. One thing I hate with risottos is stodge on a plate. It's awful, awful. Right, next, 400 grams of risotto rice. Now, the rice I'm using here is an Italian arborio risotto rice. Now we take the lid off. We've added our arborio rice, and the next stage is we put the lid back on here, and then it will tell us what to do. So without the measuring cup, so we've left this bit out, push the next, and it's going to cook for 2 minutes at 100 degrees, and it's just about going to stir it very gently. So we move it to that mark there, and there we are, that's the next part of the cooking process. Right, that's that part of the process finished. It's asking us now to scrape down the sides of the barrel. So take off the lid, get our scraper, scrape down the sides, and what this is actually doing is mixing the rice together with the rest of the ingredients, and just gives them a little bit of a gentle start on the next part of the process. And our next part is to add 250 grams of tinned tomatoes. So here we are, 250 grams tinned tomatoes, push the tare button, and there we are, we'll add those in. Having added our tinned tomatoes, the next stage is to add some vegetable stock, 600 grams. So we'll add that into the mix, and next stage, 1 dry bay leaf, I prefer 2. So I'll put 2 bay leaves in there, gives it a little bit more flavour. Pinch of saffron, quite an expensive item, so use sparingly. There we are, there's our saffron. And next, pinch of ground pepper. That's that. Next, and 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. You can always add a little bit more salt or pepper at the end of the process, for taste. Next, insert the measuring bowl, the lid into the bowl, and next. And there's our process. Is 10 minutes, 100 degrees at 1. Right, that's that part of the process done. We'll have a look at what we have to do next, and it's asking us to put in our frozen seafood. Okay, so what we've got here is 500 grams of frozen seafood. It's a little bit of a mixed bag. We've got some prawns, we've got some cuttlefish, we've got some cockles, got some mussels, a really nice selection there. Okay, so we'll push the tear button, put in our seafood. This is where the pot starts to get a bit full, and it will ask us to stir this. So give this a good mix around. Next, insert the measuring lid into the top, and here we are, 5 minutes, 100 degrees, gently stirred. That's the next process. Right, we're coming up to the final part of the cooking process. We're asked now to remove the bay leaves. Well, be honest, you don't want to see me sticking my hands in somebody else's food trying to get the bay leaves out. Leave that to the guests. They'll either take it out or I'll find them and take them out. Next, add 70 grams of unsalted butter. Okay, I've already got the butter prepared. I've cubed it up. It's all in small chunks. So we'll put that into there. Juice from half a lemon. Now I don't know if you remember what I said on the previous video. Get your lemon, put it in the microwave, heat it up a little bit, give it a roll about on the board, and that way the lemon juice comes out a lot easier. So there we are, half a lemon in there. The lemon is really important. It makes a hell of a lot of difference to the taste, and you'll find that it cuts through any fattiness of the butter. Reserved chopped parsley. There we are, here's one we prepared earlier. We put the parsley inside there, around about 25 grams. Stir it all together. Right, taste the risotto to make sure it's okay. I like this bit. Okay, clean spoon. Fantastico. Next, serve immediately. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to put it on a plate and we'll serve it to our guests. There we have it. That's the end of the cooking process. And this is the fantastic seafood risotto made entirely in the TM6. No other cooking utensils used at all, just entirely in this machine. And I've got to say, this, I can't stop eating it, it's so good. So excuse me, I'm just going to have a little bit more. The depth of flavour is amazing. It's got layers, which is what I remember from when Jack and I were in Burano in Italy, and it just adds something. I don't know what to say about it. It's just amazing. It's brilliant. Love the stuff. The consistency, excuse my mouth, is what a risotto should be. It shouldn't be stodgy. When you move the plate about, you should actually see some movement on the plate. The worst thing you want to do is get a risotto in front of you and it's like a great big solid lump of stodge. This is how risotto is supposed to be. What more can I say? Enjoy this, cook it yourself. Now, if you like this channel, please subscribe, like it. You'll find a link below to my Facebook page where it will allow you to purchase this machine, and you can purchase it from me. Alright, now another thing, I've got to say once again, thanks Jack, all your filming, all your efforts, it's been great. What we're trying to do is educate people to cook with Thermomix. We'll be doing one of these videos every week, so please look out for them. Very important that you like and subscribe. See you next week. Bye.